Hey! Welcome back to the Kern's house. Today we're going to be making a start on the interior of this filthy, perfectly dirty home. I'm too excited to get into all of this clutter. How about you? Let's go ahead. We'll jump right into build mode and I will see you in a bit. All right, so we are in build mode here, and I just wanted to show you what I did off screen because last time I mentioned I'd forgotten to do the terrain paint on the Barnard house, and now I have completed that, and I also put some weeds and things between the two houses. I just feel like no one's looking between there. Oh, you got a little sneak peek of what we're working on today. Don't look at that. But we just have some very basic terrain paint around everything just to kind of make it look more natural. And then I did put some of the gravel texture into the front area, as well as a little trail of some little like withered down grass from checking the mail. So yeah, I think that's what we're doing. So we're going to go ahead and start on the inside. So it's the dining / living room area of Mr. Kern's house. And I haven't yet I picked out most of the furniture and clutter that we're going to be putting in here just because I always do that. But also this particular place is going to be so jam-packed with stuff. But like also I have to try to make it so that it's actually routable because that's his whole thing. He's the junk man, right? But you still want the junk man to be able to use what he needs to use inside of his house. So I was kind of like trying to get everything in to look kind of junky. So long story short, I have a lot of stuff picked out. But I have not chosen the wallpaper nor the flooring. So I think what I would like to do is possibly use the carpeting that came with the CC pack that I'm using in here. And in case you are new, this is the Nostalgia Living Stuff pack by the creator A Winged Llama. And everything is down in the description box, and you can go ahead and get that if you would like to download this a lot. So I'm thinking, we super zoom. I'm thinking I like this orange shaggy stuff. I'm just going to kind of put that all throughout for now. This is always subject to change. Yeah. So I just want the particular color scheme to be very old-fashioned and just outdated and cluttery. So let's see here for the wallpapers. I think I'm going to go with this one. This is, again, the Nostalgia Living Stuff pack. CC, this is the Great Aunt Florence's wallpaper in this brown swatch. Very nice. And what I'm going to do here after everything is said and done, once we have all of our furniture put in, I'm going to go ahead and put in some wear and tear, just like I did on the outside. So I've got like a lot of mold and stuff in here, and I'm going to be putting that in as well. So let's go ahead. We'll make a start on putting in all of our living room / dining room stuff. The way that I have this all set up, this is going to be the kitchen. And in the Bernard house, I have the dining room straight across from the kitchen, but I wanted to change it up. Obviously, they're not apartments. They're not related in any way. So I just want to make it like this is this family, how they have it set up. Well, he's his own family and his dog, but his wife and him when they first set this up. But I'm going ahead and I'm using this swatch for the CC couch. It is very cozy, very grandmotherly and grandfatherly, and worn out and like squished down looking. And then I'm using this rug also, but I sized it up with the tool mods from Werewolves. Werewolves is coming in clutch, like I said before, on this particular build. But this I sized up with the tool mod about 1.5, just so it will be large enough for what we're looking for. And I've got Mr. Kearns' chair. I feel like any old man or grandpa, but he's not a grandpa, he doesn't have any children, but any old man needs his chair. It's his chair, it is well worn, it knows his butt cheeks, it is worn down to shift and move and meld to his body. So I feel like that's the chair. This is the chair from the basement stuff pack, which that one is also coming in clutch here. Now I do have this little cabinet that came with the Nostalgia Stuff Living pack, as well as these two picture frames, and I'm going to be putting in just I'm going to try to get them off the gallery because I don't really have time to make another sim and have him and her like pose, but I'm going to put some pictures of his wife and stuff into these because I feel like there are some touches still from when she was alive that he's kind of kept. Now I'm not saying he's taking care of them, but like that plate, and then I'm putting this curio cabinet right above. Is that what this would be called? A curio cabinet? Yes. Haha. That is from the, it's not custom content. This is from the Cowboy pack. And in there, I have already placed like a teapot and some odds and ends dishes that she probably would have kept in there. But I'm going to cobweb the heck out of all of this so it doesn't get taken care of. I would imagine he hasn't touched this stuff since she's passed. If you notice also with the windows that I've put in, I actually have one of the shutters shut. I just think that kind of sets off what I'm looking for. I was thinking about having them all shut, and I still might do that, or just like maybe two. I haven't decided exactly because I want it to be a little bit dark and dim in here and a little bit depressing, but I don't know. I still kind of want an open window. Then again, he's got all of these, so I haven't decided. I'll think about that as we're going through everything. But of course, we have to have this lovely TV stand, the broken TV from the basement stuff pack. On here, I have this phone with this lunchbox, rusty old lunchbox, this pile of magazines, old magazines that probably his wife bought way, way, way back in the day that he's just kept up on there, the super, super dusty, and a random jar. Now that random jar, there's going to be lots of things like that in this build because he just does not clean. He just collects stuff, puts it places, and then that is it. This coffee table on here, actually I'm going to put that candy jar here. On here I have some mail. I have a remote control, pizza box, tissues, and I had this little scissor thing out just because I didn't know where I was going to put that. So I'm going to actually put that up here for now and move it later when I have other things. Because what I'm going to do is just create layers of clutter. It's going to be super fun. I have this basement shelf here. I like that it's all disheveled. Very good. On top of that, I have some old board games, this broken down like frames and little figurine thing, also from the basement stuff pack. Now, remember when I was talking about in my last video for him how this was poking through and I was going to put something here? Yes, we are putting in these lovely bookcases. And where is it? Okay, I don't know where it went. I'm just going to go ahead and just get the new one. Oh, it's back here. Okay, whatever, dude. See, where? And now I can't get rid of it. It's like a ghost. It's haunting us. All right, so on here, I just have some extra things I'm not sure what to do with yet. One thing I wanted to do, though, is on this last one, I want to put a little TV. This is the little TV from Eco Lifestyle. I just wanted a little television that he could sit here at the table when he's tinkering with something. I had to put this up with the 9 key, by the way. Tinkering with something, or I don't know if he actually sits down to a meal anymore at his kitchen table, which we'll see in a bit, but he can watch television on that little tiny TV. Oh, so nice. I have this side table that I'm putting right next to his chair, and it has that lovely broken down lamp and a coffee mug, tea mug, whatever that is dirty. I think that he maybe just like rinses it out with like water and just uses it constantly and never actually washes it. So my worst nightmare. I do have this table. Now, I'm thinking this is the table from Werewolf Pack, and I'm thinking that he probably got this table to downsize. Maybe there was like a larger table with like a leaf, and he got this shortly after his wife died, and it just kind of, he maybe picked it up off the street. So it has like this book under it to keep it from being so wobbly. And these were the chairs that they originally had with their old set. Maybe he got rid of the chairs, or they broke or something, the other two. So he just kind of pushed it up against here. And I have these chairs, which I love to use. It's like actually a table. And I have put a file on here because, again, I have like stuff everywhere. Not all of this stuff is going to stay where I'm putting it, but this is the kind of vibe that I'm wanting. Just like broken down stuff and things that aren't really necessarily where they should be or the best place that they should be. I have this ironing board because I would imagine that his wife really kept like a very clean house. And there's still remnants of her around. They just don't get used. So they're collecting dust and cobwebs and stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take all of these things in. And then I'm not sure where I want to put everything. So I know I want to put this over here. This magazine rack by there. I'm hoping this will give him enough room to get in the door and out of the door. I will obviously, as I always say, like play test this before I put it on the gallery. So that's the other thing. If you guys are trying to download stuff on the gallery, sometimes I don't have it right away. I try to as soon as like the video airs or is scheduled. Sometimes though I don't have time because I haven't play tested it yet. I don't want to put anything on the gallery that I haven't play tested yet. So that's why. But it will be whatever it is. It will be up there eventually. So worry not. I have all of these lovely little kooky things. Oh, I wanted to put a little table behind, like a little console table behind the couch, because I have this boom box that I wanted to put. Actually, scratch that. I think I want to use this radio instead of the boombox and just use this as kind of like, and I mean, my grandma had something like this and she used it as a table when it's like folded down, which I think most people did. I think, okay, all right. I don't know how we would do it, but I think we should bring it back where they have built-in TVs or like record players / whatever that look like furniture. How they used to do, like this, but like modern. I don't know. But things, I just feel like A lot of the things that we have are so ugly. That's why I like frame TVs, because they are not as ugly. Like, they're still a TV, but you can kind of hide them. Maybe I'm coming at it from too much of a stylistic standpoint, but I don't know. What do you think? I do want to put up some kind of a lamp here, and I may need to put that down with the tool mod. Oh, it's okay. It's kind of in there. That's okay. I'm gonna let it be what it does. And I think I want to change it to that swatch. A little bit darker. All right, so I've got all of the clutter in the house. Now, I'm not sure where I'm going to put everything yet. So let's go ahead. We'll try to put all of this on together. And if I need to go off screen to put something up with a tool mod, I will let you know. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and randomly start putting things places that makes sense. Oh, before I do that, actually, I'm going to put some of these guys onto the wall or the windows. And if you don't know, again, these are from the Nostalgia Living Stuff Pack. And they are the best. And I'm going to switch it up so that they're not all broken and frazzled. Just a couple of them, you know? I think that makes for better storytelling if they're not all broken. I want to say, okay, maybe it's just like this one and this one that are broken, because maybe the dog likes to bork at like people as they go by, or like at the mailman or something. Yeah, I want to say that's how we'll do it. And the other ones are just going to be like not as broken, but they're probably still pretty dusty. And I honestly think he probably just wants to keep this place shuttered up, because I don't want people looking into my place and looking into my good stuff, you know? I don't know what we'll do about this. I'm not sure if we'll keep this or not. Maybe I'll put some kind of... I don't know if they can use this, so that's the only thing. I think they can. I think if I do put some kind of curtain, they might be able to use this door. If they can't, though, obviously, I'll take it off. I think I'm just going to use this door. I just don't know about the whole curtain on the door thing. I don't know if they can actually use that. And this is a little bit more privacy. Someone would have to like really come up to see inside the house, I guess. But yeah, so I'm just going to change it to that door. I think that's a little bit better. And then I think I'm going to put this grandma and grandpa house situation up onto here as well. This again is a holdover probably from his wife. And you can imagine like how dusty this thing is. So dusty, so cobwebby. Okay, good. I don't have to use the tool mod on that. Thank goodness. Is this supposed to be feathers or dried grass? It just says you're full of sticks. So I don't know. It could be, I guess it's up to your interpretation. I don't know. But next, I just feel like these need to be someplace. Like, they look so worn. And I just feel like he would have these types of things in his house. Full of papers, full of old documents, and just, you know, everywhere. I'm going to see if that needs to be put down. That's good enough. It is cutting slightly into the tops, but I'm not going to be worried about that. I don't think he'll be able to use this chair, which he probably, honestly, that's probably more realistic. If you think about probably the majority of people who live in homes like this, they probably can't actually use their dining room sets. So, I mean, it's kind of realistic, you know? What I'm going to do here is just kind of like artfully put this stuff on this table and just hope for the best. That's what we do. We hope for the best. Okay, I've got that table the way I think that I like it. And I actually want to change the color of these books to not necessarily be cookbooks. I mean, I guess they could be, but, you know, just... I guess you really can't get away with it. They're like... or from it. They're kind of all cookbooks. That's like better. it's not as like, these are cookbooks, you know. What I would like to do is I want to put this in someplace on a table, but I don't know if I have enough room. Maybe I'll just do that. And that way, like, it kind of looks like the tissue box. Well, it's kind of digging into there. Let me see. They'll probably throw this pizza away. That's completely fine. Actually, I just looked up boxes and I saw a pizza box. I didn't realize it would open whenever you did that, but it did. So, I mean, I guess whatever. It's just an old empty pizza box, or like an old pizza box that's got old pizza in it, I guess. But I have this couple of boxes and I'm going to size these down, or this one down. Kind of put it on this angle and then scooch it up to look like, well, I didn't do that right, actually. This is the one I want to scooch up to make it look like they are stacked. I need to put that down with the tool mod. All right. And then I'll just change the logos. It doesn't really matter, honestly. It's junk. I got this guy here. Now, I was debating on if I wanted to put it in a dog bed for a puppy doggy, but I don't think we have enough room. Everything is so cluttered and cramped, and he would probably just be sleeping up on the furniture anyway, like any old puppy dog would be doing. And I did have this, which I kind of want to put up with a 9 key. It's just some tools and stuff. I do think he would have tools out everywhere because he's Mr. Fix-It. I mean, I think that happens a lot when you have older people, or just not really older, just anybody who fancies themselves as a fixer or like, you know, something like that. And they just have like stuff everywhere from like, well, yeah, I need it for my supplies. I need this. I need that, you know. Let's see. Where should we put this? Maybe just here. I'm going to put this box. I think this is the box that they use in San Myshuno to get like that you can find on the side of the road. I don't know if this will spawn or despawn or if this is going to be here forever, but I just like how junky it looks. So hopefully when I play test, it won't just disappear, or they won't be just constantly wanting to go and look for snow globes. There we go. And then, oops, gotta grab the chair. And then I'm gonna put random file up on random box. Gonna need these, of course. They might be important, and they are floating. They are floating. All right, that is no longer floating. We've got this guy here, fine. Some random CDs, some random boxes. And I'm going to attempt to put these also up here as well. All right, and then I've got this memory box thing, which I think what I would like to do is just kind of plop that into a chair. I think that, again, these aren't usable anyway, and so things are going to be stacked up onto chairs. Oh, and I went ahead and I was testing out this cobweb because I want to put some cobwebs around, so that's what we're going to be doing there as well. I'm going to put this guy in the corner because I'm going to clean it eventually. I do have these garden supplies, and again, I feel like these might have been a holdover from his wife that he just kind of just can't get rid of. So I'm just going to put that on this shelf here, and maybe in that green swatch. And I've got all of these books, which I'm thinking, well, I was originally thinking I wanted to put them in here. So maybe if I do that, then I'll just use the 9 key to kind of place this guy in here on that shelf, and then put you into there. Oop, I didn't put that right. Here, let's see. Okay, I went ahead and I used the tool mod to size this down a little bit, and also put it down with the tool mod because it was kind of floating too much with the 0 and 9 key, and I think that kind of goes, and I'm just afraid that that thing is just going to zoom any day, but that's the price of living in a cluttered, broken down house. So we have just a few more things to put, and I'm just going to kind of stack this guy on top of here. We got layers and mountains, you know. Ooh, this is my worst nightmare. And then last but not least, I do have this guy, which I kind of wanted to put up on this shelf as well by these books. But I'm going to have to size it down. Yeah, like that. All right, and that to me kind of looks like some kind of sewing kit. I know it's supposed to be like flour, and I know I know a lot of people, they use things like this to keep their sewing in, even if it's for something else, or they did. Like people do that in the past, so I think that is all of the clutter that I had picked out. So now what I'm going to do, I'll try to find a place to put this. Oh yeah, I've got this too. I would like to go ahead and try to kind of like clutter, or not clutter, God, we've already cluttered. I try to go ahead and dirty this place up a little bit. So let me go ahead and pick out some of those things after I get done putting this on a shelf, and then I'll come back and we'll kind of put cracks and water spots and stuff on together. So I'll be right back. So there's not really a way for me to actually just take these all out because I'll lose them all if I put them outside or somewhere. So I'm just going to show you what I'm doing here. I've put some cobwebs on this plate area over here by this ironing board. And then, of course, we have this one dangling here. And what I had in mind was I wanted to put these scratch marks by the door, like I said, and kind of like up the walls. Like the dog, he's just like going nuts for things outside. So we have that going on. And I do want to put some kind of like big watermarks, or I guess these are supposed to be tears, which is fine. But I wanted watermarks, especially by the windows here. It feels like, because I have them outside, kind of. And it feels like maybe they're just starting to kind of go bad, and she needs to kind of replace these windows. That's kind of what I wanted to put as a story here, especially on this particular one. So I've got it both indoors and outdoors as well. Maybe it just kind of like leaks there a lot. And I'm going to put some on this side too, because I had some outside, I believe. Yeah, I had some outside. It's just kind of like that. It's been outside and now it's kind of coming inside, which is not so good. And I'm not going to put giant holes, but I do want to put a couple of holes just around here. I'm going to size this one down. Again, it's just not really well taken care of, and maybe it's just where it's starting to kind of get to that point where, hey, you need to kind of do some work in here. Nothing's really been maintained. But he's just kind of like, I've got other things to do, you know. And I'm also going to put some of these mold stains around as well. These are from the For Rent pack. And again, imagine the dampness from from the windows and stuff like that, just kind of starting to come into the house. We've got it all around the house because of the gutters, and now I'm kind of thinking maybe it's seeping its way down in there. I don't know if I'm going to make it like that bad. Maybe some on this window. Let's see if I can kind of scoot that along so it's not on the door as much. Or maybe make it smaller. Yeah, make it smaller. There we go. Very yucky. Hate that so much. Make that a little bit smaller. Well, I don't know about right above the door. I got this guy, which would kind of look nice by the door. Well, nice by the door. To me, this kind of looks like not only is it mold, but maybe it's also kind of like when you need to clean your doors and you're like, you know how like people touch stuff and it gets kind of grimy? Yeah, that's what it looks like to me too. Hate that so much. This is kind of big. I don't know about this. Let's see here, just to kind of give it some splotches and kind of old yucky stuff. I think that color. Yeah, I don't think that brown would do so well, but just like greasy mildew. Maybe someone smoked in here like for years. I don't know, but you know what I'm going for here. De grime. I think I want to put this guy out too. I sized it down, just kind of like, that's their cute little wedding picture. I use that in every single household for grandma and grandpa's houses. But yeah, like something like that would be really cute. And then I'm kind of debating it if I should put some kind of artwork or like something like this guy. Ooh, maybe I'll do it like this. Yeah, and then we'll change up the flower pattern. Maybe those three guys. Yeah. I like that. And then let's get some more grime. I kind of like this. I think I want to put this over here. Kind of like the furniture's been kind of like rubbing up against the wall and it's been moved and stuff like that. Yeah, I like that. Little things like that. And then maybe same thing over here. Just kind of been marred and mucked up by the furniture. I think I want to put another cobweb here just to kind of be like, these boxes ain't moved in a long time, and he's not doing anything with them, but he still has them because he's gonna do something. He's about to go through those. Don't you touch him. And I'm gonna put a crack here, I think. Then I'm gonna put maybe like another one of those kind of like Strangerville muddy marks, one of these guys. Just kind of running down. Ooh, and maybe because of that, we've got a little mold going on by these boxes. Ooh, I smell it. Our old house, that it was a rental house, and it had this like add-on in the back, which I had like all of my plants, and it was like the cutest little sunroom, but it was moldy. You could not see the mold, but I'm sure it was like inside of the walls. So I've never had allergies my whole life, thank goodness. I still don't now, but when we were in there and I would spend lots of time back there, my gosh, my allergies, or not allergies, but my like nose would burn, my eyes would burn. It was horrible. And for the longest time, I didn't know what it was. And my husband also had that, but he's got like tons and tons of allergies, always, unfortunately. And he was basically saying he felt the same way, even when it wasn't like allergy season. And so we kind of thought like, yeah, it's definitely probably mold. Not funny now, it can be funny now, but it's not funny at all because that can make you super, super sick. Just gonna put maybe some little nick marks here in the wall just to kind of give it some more character, and probably size that down if possible. Can it be sized down? No, doesn't seem like it. Oh well. And maybe put this up here. I'm fairly sure that when you're in live mode or live mode, it will it will have like spiders and stuff, which yuck, but you know, just trying to get it so that this box, now I'm nitpicking, but now this box hopefully won't be so into the wall. So I think that might be it. I might add a few more little details here and there with some more yucky stuff, but that is what we are going for in this build. Yes, very. I wish there was like dust, you know, like you could put like a layer of dust on stuff. I don't know, but that would be perfect. But yeah, that's what we're going for in this place. So now you can see why I was so excited, because I love making stuff like this. Maybe it gives you anxiety. It should give me anxiety. If this was real life, I would definitely feel anxiety. But I feel like, I hate that in this mode where you can't see everything. I feel like this is just what the doctor ordered for me in the Sims world, because I can just pretend like it's a simulation. It is. I don't have to pretend. It's a simulation, so I don't have to deal with it in real life. So I will definitely. Oops, sorry, I put my mic with my chin. I'm animated and talking right now because I'm so excited by this. I decided, by the way, to not put a curtain on this. I wish we just had like a rod, like a blank rod with the same thing. I just felt like it kind of is nice, and that's maybe why he closed that one. Because, like, you know, something happened, or I don't know, it got torn down by the dog, or I don't even know, and he just kind of like left it off, that curtain in the middle there. So yeah, I am hoping that you guys are enjoying this. I am enjoying this a lot. I'll have to put another ceiling texture because that's just a little bit too clean for me for this house. Maybe like a slightly off-white. But how are you feeling? Are you all right? Are you gonna need to go take a bath? Because it's pretty yucky in here. I would like to put like some more stains and stuff on the floor, which I might do off camera because I forgot we have those floor stains and stuff. Because I would imagine Puppy Dog likes to go potty on here sometimes if he hasn't been out in a while. I think that's just unfortunately part of having a pet sometimes. And sometimes if we're a little bit neglectful, like Mr. Kern can be, maybe this happens more often. But I hope you have a good rest of your day. Make good choices, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.